It's another Sunday, it's another brawl, what are we doing?
Nonsense Rumble!
That's absolutely right, we are continuing our spooky-themed rumbles. What's the category for today, Rick?
It is a plant/fungus. We're rolling these two into one. The plant category of the Monster Manual and the fungus category are very similar.
Pretty much, man, pretty much. I will say, I've gone with the spirit of the definition and gone with characters who are these things and not characters who just control these things.
Yes, for both of these things, I believe.
Okay, cool. I was just putting that on the table, because I'd be mad if you were like, I've picked Poison Ivy.
Oh, yeah, I've not picked Poison Ivy.
Yeah. Swamp Thing, I'll allow, but Poison Ivy, no. Anyway, I digress. Those of you unfamiliar with the show, what we do is we pick a category, which Rick's just explained for you, and we pick characters who fit that category and argue why my guy would beat your guy. But first, before that, we usually have an honourable mention. Rick, shoot.
You brought him up already. Swamp Thing. Because of the green, he's pretty close to immortal. I don't like how OP this makes him against any other plant type character, because of the green, which usually I would say would be a bit of an if clause, but it's kind of inextricable from his very being.
Like, the reason Swamp Thing isn't a bigger deal is because Swamp Thing tends to just, if it doesn't directly affect nature right now this second, he just kind of tells people to fuck off.
Yeah, it's like planet Earth. Like, if it's not destroying the Earth, you're fine. Just do what you're doing. You too will die. Like, the worst you can do is a blip in history, but nature itself will persevere. It might change, it might get worse, but nature will persevere.
And every single time Swamp Thing has gotten involved, it's almost always because John Constantine tricks him.
Yeah.
He's always just like, mate, there's aliens invading the planet. Could you... Like, the planet's gonna be fine. Is it? They're drilling into the core. Oh.
Yeah, I dislike this. Let's go and win.
And also in the animated show, he's voiced by Mark Hamill, which makes it dumber.
But yeah, I thought he was too bullshit for this, so I didn't pick him. Do you have an honourable mention today?
My honourable mention is my honourable mention because they don't have a name, because they're pretty much just an enemy type. I'm of course talking about the large mushroom person from Dark Souls 1.
Ah, yes, yeah, the ones, yeah, the ones with the kids and the dads, yeah.
Yeah. The only reason why I picked this is because they've got one move, but boy, do they do it well.
Yeah.
And if you've not seen the infamous GIF, I implore you to look it up and watch it now. It's of a guy just doing the "come on then," the giant dad pose, and then getting boom right in the face by the mushroom man.
Yeah, they have one move, it is punch. If you get hit by it, you are mollywomped.
Yeah. Unless you're wearing heavy armour, in which case you could probably tank one or two. But chances are you don't have that good of an armour the first time you meet them.
Yep.
But yes, I thought that was a fun honourable mention. Of course, didn't pick it because I can think of far too many characters who would kick the shit out of them just based on range. So, that being said, Rick, you said I might be mad at you for your pick, so let's hear it.
You might be mad, you might laugh your ass off. This is the Beast of Armageddon.
The Beast of
the
Armageddon?
Warlord of War Gazgul. It is Gazgul Mag Uruk Thraka.
See, that's really fucking annoyed me because you're technically correct. Orcs are mushrooms. They're made by spores. It's explicitly what they are. I'm mostly mad because I didn't think of it. So I'm not mad at the spirit, I'm mad at me. Go on, explain why he's such a big deal.
He's 20 feet tall. He's powered by a psychic field of every other orc who's ever heard of him. And because they believe he's the best, he is. He's the closest thing that orcs have to the Beast, which is like an amalgam of multiple war bosses that was able to fist fight a titan in the past. And he's got a big old power claw that I think he took off a tank, didn't he?
Oh, dude, I don't know. The only thing I know about Gazgul is that he's currently fighting, not fighting, but having a hissy fit against Angron and his lads because Angron may or may not have killed his best friend.
Yeah, he's Commissar Yarek, who's like, he's got this really, really silly kind of hate boner, rival boner for Commissar Yarek, who also has an orc claw, and because all the orcs think that it's so badass that he has it, it makes sure that it keeps on working.
It's better than that. It's because they're scared of him.
Yeah.
If you've not seen Yarrick, by the way, I highly recommend looking up, 1, an artistic representation, and 2, the model he used to have, because I shit you not, his Mega Claw was bigger than him.
It was. Ghazghkull's was as well. So Ghazghkull's is so big that it's even too big for the next scale of model. So you put Ghazghkull's claw on an Inquisitor scale model, which were like, they were like the size of a Demon Prince, and it's still too big.
Okay, but it's funnier when it's Yarrick, because he's just a dude.
Yeah, he's just a guy. He's like 80% that claw.
And also, Yarrick is a human. He could have had a proper prosthetic, but instead he was like, well, he kind of had to make do at the time, and then it was just like, this fucking works.
Yeah.
Get away from me, Mechanicus. We want to know how it works. It shouldn't. Leave it alone.
It shouldn't. By all rights, it doesn't. But stop it. But yeah, who are you going to do to try and beat Warlord Ghazghkull?
Mine's bigger. I am picking Biollante.
Biollante. So is this one of the... is this a kaiju?
It is a kaiju.
A kaiju, okay.
It's one of the few kaijus that kind of didn't get killed by Godzilla. They're that resilient.
Okay.
So they're a giant plant monster. Their creation is very sad and tragic, as is most kaiju, to be honest, unless your name is Space Godzilla or Destroyer, in which case you're just a dick. But Biollante is basically made by a last-ditch effort by a scientist to save their daughter by infusing them with G-cells, which is not a good idea. Don't do this.
Okay. So how big is Biollante? I'm guessing he's like on Godzilla's scale.
She.
And
Biollante is one of those few kaijus that is explicitly a female, and she is, well, she's taller than skyscrapers, Rick.
Yeah, okay.
She's also very wide because she's got you've seen a Marlboro, right?
Yeah.
So that's what the kind of foot situation is. It's a bunch of tentacles.
Yeah, so it's like roots made out of tentacles and like wiggles around on those.
Yeah. Biollante can beat you with brute strength. Probably not going to work against an orc warlord of the scale of Ghazghkull, but she has the classic kaiju beams.
Yeah.
I'm actually just gonna double check that because Biollante might have something different. I remember her shooting beams, but it's been a minute. Give me a minute.
Yeah, I've got a picture of Biollante, and she looks a bit like the Gaping Dragon.
Yeah,
but with like tentacles like popping out as roots, like it's like snake hydra stuff going on for the roots, tentacles.
It's a very cool design, and she's indirectly responsible for creating Space Godzilla. So she's got energy spores, which don't really do much for a fight. She's got telepathy, which doesn't really help much for the fight, but she has acid sap, which is what they call her range move, where she spits a big old glob of acid. Which might be helpful against an orc that can recover very quickly.
Yeah, you can recover. Acid is usually one of the things that stops, like I'm calling it troll regeneration. Orcs kind of don't have that. They tend to just regrow like a new orc rather than healing the same orc.
It's orcs are fucking weird. If you don't know anything about 40k, specifically 40k orcs, because I believe Sigmar / Old World orcs work on normal logic.
Yeah, I think Old World orcs are just flesh and blood and happen to be green.
Yeah. Speaking of regeneration, Biollante does have it because of the G cells.
Okay.
So quite strong. She also has energy absorption, so might not be that relevant because I think Ghazghkull, being an orc, uses a slugger. Slugger, uses slugs in his shooter.
Yeah, he's like I've seen his new model. Actually, it looks really cool. He's got like a quad-barreled big gun, and his claw has now got 3 talons instead of 2, even bigger. Actually, I think the new claw is actually technically smaller compared to the rest of him.
Right.
But yeah, his overall general size is bigger. He looks more like a juggernaut of a guy than the old version, which is just really cool.
Has he had another new model then? Because he did have a new model not too long ago.
Yeah, so when I'm saying new model, I mean the one that's not from like 2004.
Okay, you mean the one that's about Gulliman size?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was just making sure because it was a new design. I wanted to look at it, but it was the same design. I know what you're talking about.
He's on the piss.
Yeah, because he's got a bit of a scenic base going on.
Yeah.
Biollante is also a tunneler.
Oh, okay.
Can quickly go underground and launch attacks from underneath, a bit like an antlion.
Yeah, so you can just peace out and just go, I'm losing, I'm just going to go.
Here's the thing, I don't think it's going to get to that stage with Biollante. Biollante, even against Gaskell. Now, if Gaskell had his horde with him, I'd give it to Gaskell in a heartbeat. However, this is a one-on-one fight.
Sure. Okay.
I just don't see anyone who's not a Godzilla-level threat. Because Godzilla would kick the shit out of Gaskell as well.
Yeah.
So I don't see anyone not on the same tier as Godzilla being able to take out Biollante.
Yeah, like, does he beat a Greater Demon? Maybe. Does he beat an Imperial Knight? Possibly. Does he beat a town? Probably not.
Well, I think Gaskell would struggle against Angron, whereas I think Angron against Godzilla would at least be close. I might be giving Godzilla a bit too much props here, I'll grant you.
Yeah, like, I think with Godzilla it would be like a immovable object versus an unstoppable force thing when it comes to like shooting a atom breath at a Primarch.
Here's the problem, Rick. We're talking about fictional characters, and in every single Godzilla story ever, Godzilla's atomic breath is an equalizer.
Yeah, Godzilla. Well, Godzilla is basically, if Godzilla is in something, Godzilla is probably going to be the protagonist.
You say that, but his crossover with the Power Rangers, he started out as like a surprise antagonist, and then it was quickly like, he's now going to team up with the Power Rangers.
Oh, we now have a common foe. It's Bigger Jaws.
Oh god, that's such a shit joke, but it was a very good one.
Bigger Jaws.
That's Family Guy, isn't it?
It was, yeah. Jaws and the Fisherman now have to team up against Bigger Jaws.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I can't budge on Biollante winning this one.
Yeah, I think Biollante wins!
Whoop, whoop. Although I will admit, I'm still so fucking mad because you really did pick a good one.
Yeah. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at using Gaskell on this.
It's hard to think of many other categories he can come under, really, unless we just straight up said Warhammer 40k. But that would be worse than the Magic the Gathering round 2, so...
Yeah, like picking 40k, like I wouldn't pick Gaskell.
No, God, no.
No.
I'm gonna pick the Emperor. He doesn't have a model. He does now.
Yeah.
I remember when they released Gulliman, everyone had the same idea, and that is, I'm gonna convert him into the Emperor.
I'm gonna paint him yellow.
And on that bombshell, join us again next week for another offering of our Halloween-themed, or rather horror-themed, Rumbles. We'll see you then, guys.
Bye, everybody.